Hello, good morning. I'm live apparently. How are we this morning? It's 20th of October. Where is October going? Let me just check. Now, I don't know, but you may get some adverts now that you can skip ads. So let's just address that now. So I'm sorry about the adverts, but I am now a YouTube partner, which means there will be some little adverts on my channel, but it does help my channel, and YouTube will send me a little bit of cash. It's not a lot, but they'll send me a little bit of cash now, because I'm a YouTube partner, and that's what I've been working hard to get the hours on. But you can skip the ads, unless you click one. I dare you. Anyway, no, so hi, and I don't know how the ads thing really works. It's all new to me, so I'm just learning. I'm going to turn the camera around and see who is on. Da-da-da. Okie doke. Here I am with my crumpled grid paper. Let's have a look. Let's do a roll call. Hi Sheila, hi Fiona, hi Helen, hi Lorraine, hi Julie from Pudsey, hi Paula. So I don't know if you got an advert then, I did on my laptop. So just to explain, I've been trying to build my YouTube channel up so that YouTube will sort of pay me a little bit of money, and it means that my channel is shown more and things like that. So you can click skip ads and things if you want to, but you may see some changes, and that's all that is. But I just wanted to explain that. So it only started happening last Thursday. There won't be ads on the papercraft and piano because I can't do ads on that, because obviously Craig's playing music, and we can't do it on there. So there'll be no adverts on that one. So good morning. We've got low numbers today. We've only got 10 watching, but we've had 7 thumbs ups, which is quite good. And my grid paper is really crumpled. Let me put my ink pads on there and it'll look a bit nicer then. So how are we all? We are on round 6, week 4, which means we are on week 29. Can you believe it? Week 29 of Coffee and Card at Home. That's over half a year. It's over 6 months. But I do love my Tuesday mornings. I will talk about the next round at the end of the session. I've got a couple of housekeeping things to go through. So, and I've not got a drink today. I've finished my drink, so I'm going to have a drink and a piece of cake at 11 because I made some cake on Sunday and an apple crumble. Right, so today we are going to make this card, and there's hardly any stamping on this one. So I'll just do a zoom in for you. There's hardly any stamping apart from the sentiment. We've got a lot of cutting out to do today. Okay, so I'll just zoom back out. Lots of cutting out to do today. And I'll go through your card pack with you. So you will have received a crumb cake card base, then an early espresso layer. There's quite a lot of bits in this one, which sits there, but don't stick it down yet, please. Then you've got a piece of the gorgeous speckled autumn papers that's going to glue on there. We're building up lots of layers here. Hi Geraldine, you made it. Oh, hi Nanny. Hi Jane. Jane's in Perth in Australia, and she's my lovely friend Sarah's mum, so that's why I call her Nanny. And then that piece of paper is going to sit over there like that. Okay, and then we have a stitched circle from my most used dies. And then I've cut you a random piece. This was great fun, cutting all these out for everybody. I've cut you a random piece, which looks really random, of the paper out for you to cut these little images out. So let's start by cutting these out so you can see what I've tried to do. I tried to make sure that everybody had a couple of acorns and a couple of different leaves. I've used 6 items, 3 at each side. So I've tried to make sure you have at least 6, 7 or even 8. Oh, hi Ali. You've probably, I can't remember, I cut them out yonks ago. But this is going to take us for ages. This is going to take us ages. I think I meant to say forever or ages, and it came out for ages. So I'm going to cut these out, and I'm just leaving a very little border of the cream paper, because I prefer to do that rather than cut to the edge. And this card is another one that you could do with any papers. You could use your papers up and you can change your sentiment. This one is a little bit, it's lovely actually, and I am going to send this one. So I have to tell you, if Paula doesn't mind me saying, I'm sure she won't, Paula, who is of Italian heritage, has a cousin in Rome who works in the Vatican Hospital. I hope I get this right, Paula. And she contracted COVID and has had to isolate, I think, from her family. And Paula sent her last week's card, you know, the lovely slimline one that we did that said, I thought of you today. And she sent it to Rome, and her cousin received it yesterday and was thrilled with it, and was actually blown away that Paula had sent her a handmade card and how beautiful it was. It's more nicer. It's more special or nicer than an email, isn't it? So yeah, thanks for sharing that with me, Paula, and I hope you don't mind me sharing with the group. Just thought it was a lovely story, because we do want to send our cards that we make. Oh, I nearly cut the stalk of the acorn off then. Might have to hide that bit. So we'll all be busy cutting out now. Hi Wendy, you're trying to watch and do Popmaster on Radio 2. Oh, I don't listen to Radio 2. If we put radio on in the morning, we tend to put Magic on, and we listen to Ronan Keating. We like Ronan. It's quite funny. Ronan and Harriet. So you don't need your mint macaron ink pad today. We're not stamping any leaves. We just need early espresso and Cajun craze inks. Unless you wanted to do your envelope like Fiona has. And hooray to Helen, who's managed to get on live for the first time this week, who joined us for this round of coffee and card. She'd been setting herself a reminder, but they'd not worked. Ah, Scarlet for Simon Mayo. Oh. We like Magic, and then we have Magic at the musicals on, but they've started using a lot of the same tunes. Oh, they don't do much card sending in Italy. Well, if ever there was a person to get them on with that, Paula, you are the person. They don't really in France either. Okay, I've cut 4 different ones out so far. I'm going to cut another acorn out. Yeah, I've heard of Scala. Craig's into his classical music. His favourite's Beethoven, but and he likes his opera. I've been to a couple of operas now. I'm trying to get into it, you know. Let's start a card sending revolution. Well, I've never had as many Christmas cards ready in October, if I'm honest, Ali. I'm totally prepared. There is no excuse this year. I'm having a crafty Christmas. Get everyone crafting for Christmas. Oh, I've got 16 on now, so if you can do a thumbs up, I would love that. I know some of my ladies can't watch because they're at work and they catch up later. So just want to remind about my next round of coffee and card that's going to start on 3rd of November. It will be one last Christmas one. We've only done one Christmas one, but I've cut 6 out, but I think I might just cut another one out just to see. And then I am going to carry on with it into the, into next year. And I think in December, I'm still happy to carry on doing this. I think consistency is good, but it won't be a Christmas one. I'm probably going to do something fun and funky for birthdays. Then that will take us into the new catalogue. So yeah, I'm going to do something fun and funky for the next one. Okay, I've cut 7 out there, so we'll see how we get on with those. So I'm going to glue my bits together now. Now remember, don't stick anything to your card base though yet, because we have got some no, it's not even ribbon, it's like copper stuff. We've got some copper stuff to stick down, to tie around. So once we've stuck this paper to the early espresso mat, we can then do our copper stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to tie. I've left mine on the reel. You should have a piece of this copper stuff. I don't even know. It's metallic ribbon. Copper stuff. I'm turning it upside down still. And I'm bringing it over to the left. But I'm only tying it in a knot because I thought this is not going to tie because it's quite stiff because it's copper stuff, because it's metallic. So I'm just going to tie it in a knot. And it's just a nice little bit of colour. I don't think I need all that. And it just sits at the side. It would work if you want to leave it off and add it to something else, but I'm just tying it in a knot. Oh, I've not pulled it tight enough. I've got a solution if you don't pull it tight enough anyway, and it's a bit slack. We can stick it down on the back. Okay, so actually I have pulled that quite tight. So I'm going to move this over like that. And it goes, how I've done it, it goes up and it goes down. So I'm just going to trim that off. Like that. With my ribbon scissors. Okay, so we've got that. We could then stick it to the card base. Make sure it's the right way up. It is a 10-fold card, this one. I don't mind if you case this, Wendy. I don't mind anybody casing my cards. It's just nice that if people say that they have, and we call it giving credit, that's... I always find inspiration from places. I've probably cased this, I can't even remember. Oh, hi Del. Hi Del boy. Paula, Del's on. Del boy's on. This is my friend Kim, aka Del boy. I hope you've done your homework, Kim. Hi Carol. Oh, we've got 14 likes now. Lovely. So I've stuck that to the card base now. And then I'm going to stick this lovely patterned paper. Now, do you remember this one that we used? I don't think that's going to really work. I love, love, love the colours on this. So I'm going to stick this straight onto my early espresso. Espresso. That's one of those words in it that people say wrong. Say espresso. I'm gonna. Can I have an go to Starbucks? Say, can I have an espresso? And it's espresso. It doesn't really annoy me, but it is. I just thought I'm just in a chatty mood today. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to. I've stuck that to that. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, foam pads, and I'm going to use all these edges because I'm actually going to layer the whole panel up, and I'm going to, but I don't mind because I'm going to use all these bits. So what I'm going to do is pop them above and below the copper stuff. You say espresso or espresso? Oh, good. Do your YouTube homework, love. It was lovely to catch up with you yesterday. You say X. I always remember when, I think it was Evan in particular, used to say loads of things wrong when he was little, and I never used to correct him because it sounded so cute. And one of them was Microsoft, and he used to call it Microscoft. And he'd say, Mum, please can you put Microscoft word on for me? Oh, Maria, I'll have to check because I can't remember. So just let me stick them down and then I'll check. Yeah, so he'd say, can you put Microscoft word on? I know that the big layers are 10 by 14.3. If you get yourself a little notebook, these measurements I use all the time. 10 by 14.3 for the brown at the back, and then the other one will be half a centimetre less, 9.5 by 13.8. That's just standard. So that's going to go on there like that. And what I've done is I've put foam pads here, foam pads there, and left a channel for the metallic ribbon. Let me just measure Maria for you. So the brown there is 7, the early espresso is 7 by 11.3, so like I've come in 3 centimetres, and then this will be 6.5 by 10.8. I'll write it down. I'll do the smallest first. Right, if you look at those measurements, and this isn't just for Maria, this is for anybody who struggles with a little maths and card making lesson. A standard A6 card that we're using is 10.5 across by 14.8 down. So everything I do is either in half centimetre or 1 centimetre like gaps. So if you just look at the measurements I've just written, you can see how it's all working out. So this is 6.5 by 10.8. So we know that this card is 10.5. I've come down 4 centimetres for this 6.5. We know the length is 14.8 and I've come down to 10.8, so I've come down 4 centimetres. So it's worth people who are crafting and want to make, you know, like have templates of designs that you can go to. It's worth you having a little notebook and then writing these measurements down, so then they just become like second nature for you. Right, what I'm going to do is grab my little mat and I'm going to stamp now this greeting, the only bit of stamping we're doing today. Now this does say, and I know it's a bit fluffy for some people, but I know that this does apply to people in my life. Your friendship is something I know I can count on. That's one stamp. And then I've stamped in another colour underneath, thank you. And it sort of highlights it. So I'm going to use my early espresso, but I'm going to not do it in the middle because I know I need the thank you at the bottom. So I'm going to move it up a little bit to the top. Not right to the top, but a bit to the top. And it does stamp lovely, that. And then I'm going to take my Cajun Craze and really tap this. This is a really small stamp. Don't do any of that rocking and rolling and pushing it and doing CPR on it. Just really tiny little taps. I didn't even do a tester one today. There we go. And then I'm going to stick that flat onto this piece in the centre. Hey, this card's been quite a long one. Yeah, I have like standard designs, and like this now could be a go-to design for any kind of papers. Okie doke. That's that, and now I'm going to take, I don't really need that, that looks messy. I'm going to take my cutouts and decide where I want. So what I'd like to do is have sort of one of each colour and a different style at each side. I hope that makes sense. Now I don't have like this. Right, I've probably got more room up on the top one than I have down here. That's okay. So what I will do here is I've sort of put them where I want them, yeah, and I'm going to just take them off one at a time and just a tiny bit of glue. You could even put a bit of glue there on the card and just pop the acorn down. Because when it's a small item, putting glue on the back of it, you can get glue all over. I'm just going to lift that acorn up ever so slightly and slide that little leaf underneath it. Slide the leaf underneath. Oh, funny. I think I am anyway. Oh, it's the Love of Leaves. It's the one that's that I'm doing the. It's this one, my love. Thanks, Fiona. Now this is the one where my stalk's hanging off. Oops. I'm just going to put some glue there. So these papers were in the parcel. Oh, heck. These papers were in the parcel in the post, and the should have all gone out now. I've just got Julie from Pudsey's to sort out. I'm expecting a delivery with some stuff in today, so hopefully I've got everything in it to do you your kit, Julie. So there is this week's card, and it's 5 to 11. You've got the papers. Oh, well, you can do just use a different sentiment, Carol. So that is today's card. I really like this one. I think it's probably my fave, and it's got hardly any stamping on it. Thank you, Helen. So let me talk about what's coming up, because it's week 4 already, and really I've been sorting out the next round, which starts on the 3rd of November. Now, I know some people have got enough Christmas cards and have joined other classes instead, but this is, I have only done one Christmas coffee and card, so this is going to be the next one, and it comes with a crumb caking pad. You do need some other greens, which most of you who took part in other coffee and cards do have. So if you've any questions, then message me at julie@thepaperhaven.co.uk. We're going to be doing sort of vintagey style cards. Here are a couple of examples. Lots of inking. There'll be some bits of sponges included in your kit for you to do some inking. No papers included in this one. I've done a lower price for people who are coming to collect from me. So I've done a lower price this time for that. So that is that. If you can book on my events website, events.thepaperhaven.co.uk. I had to think then. So what have I got coming up? So on Saturday I have got a class, Stamper Stack, and if you'd like to see some of the cards, my ladies can make 10 cards in a day. So if you want to watch, there's going to be 5 different videos throughout the day. You can craft along with me. If you want to buy the kit after the class and you like the cards once you've seen them, that is fine. Let me show you the kits. So this is one of the kits ready to go out. So this is one of the kits that's ready to go out. The class is only £20 if you don't have the stamps, and you get all this, and you've got plenty to make 10 cards, plus you'll have, I've put a few extra bits in. You can add on Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set, which is what I'm using, this one, as an extra £20. So you can do this after. So if people then see it, and oh thanks Kim, yeah, I did all these last night, and they're ready to go out today. So that's I'll show you some of the cards. So that's one of the cards that you can achieve with this kit. That's another one. As I say, if you want to do it retrospectively, you can do. This is my favourite one. You will see that a lot of these designs are designs that they're like my standard templates. You've probably seen this is one that I did that's like the Peace and Joy class that I did at the weekend, but I've done it with these papers, and how gorgeous does it look with these papers. And then, so that there are some of the ideas for you. If you do want to join in, do it with whatever you've got at home, or if you want the kit afterwards, you can get the kit afterwards, because the cards are going to stay. It is good value, Kim. I've done this one as a not a cheap and cheerful, because it's not cheap and cheerful, but you know, I've done it as a really good value one. And there's not a lot of stamping on this, it's just stamping sentiments. The kit's such good value. It's half of the refill kit, which can go unnoticed. by lots of people. So I filmed one of the videos and I've got the rest of them to film on Wednesday night. Hopefully there'll be no phone calls from my mum. Oh, thank you, Carol. And then the last class I've got in October is the Blossoms in Bloom class. And these are the cards we are going to be making at this class. And I'm doing 4 cards and I just need to think on which of the 4 we're doing. I think it's these 4, the one with the ribbon as well. But yeah, so we're using the Blossoms in Bloom stamps. Yeah, you're not too late, Helen, it's fine. And there is an option to get the dies as well. I forgot to say that for the coffee and card. So this is the Blossoms in Bloom class that's coming up on the 31st. So it's not a trick, it's a treat. Yeah, this is 31st of October in the afternoon. And we'll be using spritzers. And you need a really big block for this, or a stamparatus. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to making these cards again. They're really good ones to have in your stash. And the stamp set is an amazing one because it's a huge stamp. It's shown at 90%, 95%. Not, it's a bit bigger than this, but it's just got nice plain sentiments. Happy birthday, thinking of you, thank you, get well soon. I like you a lot. Hello. And you know, sure do miss you. Let's send a card with that on, heck. You know, I'm sure we've all got people we could send that card to. Sure do miss you. I know you probably wouldn't say it like that, but how nice would it be to get a card telling someone how much you miss them? So yeah, that's on the 31st. And then I'm just finalising November's classes. So I think I've kept you busy for half an hour there. So thank you for joining me today. And I can't show you next week's card because I've not made it yet. I'm going rogue. I've cut you a kit. You've got a kit. I designed a card and then I realised it was just too much cutting out and embossing. It had about 2 lots of embossing and all this stuff. So I've made a kit and I've not made a card with it yet. So that's my job for next week. What's that class called? Blossoms in Bloom class, Fiona. It's on 31st. Oh, hi, Kay. Yeah, it's on 31st. And I'm actually booking closes for it today because I need to order the stuff. Can you see this week's card again? Yeah, of course. I need to order the stuff for it probably today or tomorrow at the latest to make sure it's here for... I like to post my kits out on a Tuesday that are needed for the Saturday. So there is the card, but it's also on the header, on the image of this video as well, Geraldine. So, and I will be sharing the link as well. So I'm going to go make myself and Craig a cuppa. And I will see you all next Tuesday. But if you could join us for Paper Crafts and Piano on Thursday night, then we would love that. We had our record last week. We had 48 people on with us listening last week. So tell your friends. We're gunning for 50 this week. We'd love to get 100 by Christmas. How good would that be? So get us in your diary for Thursday, because let's face it, none of us are going anywhere. We've had rumours of tier 3 here in Bradford. We're in tier 2 at the minute. So we have had rumours of a tier 3 action, and I think the councillors are in talks with the government this week about whether we're going to go into tier 3. So we'll need that crafting more than ever. Anyway, thank you for joining me this morning, and I will... we've never really been out of it, Kay. I will see you all on Thursday, hopefully. Thank you for joining me today.